Good morning YouTube, welcome back to another video. So today we're in the beautiful Peak District, more specifically Torside Reservoir. We're heading up on a 10-mile circular up to Bleaklow Head, across to Higher Stone Circular, and we're going to spend some time at the B29 crash site. So it is Remembrance Sunday today, so we thought that it would be a really nice route to head up onto Bleaklow Head and find the B29 crash site, and hopefully we'll get there by 11 AM so we can actually observe the 2-minute silence up there and pay our respects. I'll tell you a little bit more about the B29 crash site as we get further into the hike. But yeah, the weather, it's a little bit overcast, really nice and sunny yesterday, so should have really come out yesterday. So I think there's going to be a little bit of fog, a little bit boggy on top, but we'll see how we get on. So come and join us. So we're just climbing up through this woodland here, up to the start of Bleaklow Clough, which is a waterfall, which is a little bit of a scramble up to the top of Bleaklow. It's incredible views. As you can see, that's where we've come from, Torside Reservoir. Just making our way up the waterfall. There's the boys, there's Mark and Lee. So yeah, still got probably a few hundred metres to get on top of Bleaklow. So that's the top part of the waterfall. So check this out. Look at that view. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful. Wow, so it's a bit blowy on top, bit foggy, a bit misty, so it's starting to set in a little bit. Nice and clear a little bit at lower level earlier. So we are going towards Bleaklow Head now, which is the second highest point in the Peak District at 633 metres. So we're heading towards the trig point. So I mentioned earlier about Effels. So basically there is a free app that you can download to your smartphone with all the FLs in the Peak District. So FLs comprise of 95 hills in the Peak District, but there are some prominent lower hills as well. The list name is a tribute to Ethel Haythornthwaite, who pioneered the establishment of the Peak District as Britain's first national park in 1951. So yeah, so far we have ticked off I think 23 FLs, but we obviously looking to do more, tick off another 2 today. We've done quite a few walks in the same areas and stuff, so next goal is really to sort of head out and venture out to walks we've not done, to sort of see some of these and tick some of these points off. But yeah, there's 3 markers or 3 summits in the Peak District above 600 metres, so we're going to tick 2 of those off today. So that's basically Bleaklow Head, Higher Stones, which are the 2, and the other one is Kinder Plateau, which or Kinder Scout, which we've already been to before. So yeah, we're not too far away now. Don't know, maybe half a kilometre. So bring you back when we get to the summit. So there's the boys up there leading the way, heading up towards the Bleaklow Head trig point, and this is the path we're following. So it's a little bit boggy in places, as you can see, but considering what it was like last week, it's much better, and you can actually see a little bit more than what we could last week. So it's nice to actually be able to see where we're going and actually follow the path rather than just making it up as we go along. Look at this. So here we are, we made it to Bleaklow Head. This is the highest point on Bleaklow at 633 metres. So not all the trig points are the solid stone pillars that you normally find in the Peak District. So this one is just a wooden marker in stones.
Bit fresh.
Seriously, knee-deep bog. Can't believe it. Literally, boys just jumped straight over. I jumped over, put my hand down, continue walking 100 yards. That's it, knee deep in bog. Horrible. Well, that was quite an experience, being at the B29 crash site for the 2-minute silence. I didn't actually think that it'd be an organised silence, but there's a gentleman up there who sort of led the 2-minute silence. There's quite a few people up there. Yeah, it's quite an experience, quite sombering, to actually do the 2-minute silence as part of quite a big group at the actual B29 crash site. So yeah, the aircraft that actually crashed there was it crashed on the 3rd of November 1948, and it was basically on a routine day flight with 2 other aircrafts, and it left RAF base in Scampton near Lincoln, and it was heading towards the US Air Force base at Burton Wood, which is near Warrington. And basically as they were travelling over, which is the higher shelf stones area, I believe that the visibility became poor, and obviously they were unable to see too much in front of them, and obviously unfortunately the aircraft crashed, and the remains that you see there left at the B29 crash site is what's left from that actual crash. So yeah, we wanted to come up here to sort of pay our respects, and it was actually quite a moment. So yeah, and actually the actual wreckage itself, there's obviously a lot of there's a lot of parts still actually in sort of good tact as such. I would sort of recommend definitely coming up and taking a look, but to say it happened, nearly 70 years ago or over 70 years, the actual remains of the wreckage, you can actually still see parts of the aircraft, and they're in pretty good condition. So I thought after all these years and the weather, they would have sort of probably disintegrated, and but yeah, it's quite interesting. So it's quite hard to find, especially in weather like today, but yeah, if you've got good GPS and using a good app, you definitely can make your way up there and find the actual location. So it's just very close to higher shelf stones trig point. So yeah, I would say if you're coming to check it out, get a good GPS app if that's what you use, or a good map, compass, and head up and check it out. It's quite like I say, it's quite an interesting area, holds a lot of history, so it's well worth checking out. So this is higher shelf stones trig point. 621 metres, 3rd highest point in the Peak District. And this is your more traditional trig point. So these are the famous Wayne stones, aka the kissing stones. The way that these 2 rocks are sat is like 2 faces facing each other, going in for a kiss. I will put a photo in the video of what it looks like on a nice day, but yeah, from this angle, these are the famous kissing stones. middle of the Peak District, middle of nowhere, and a Christmas tree. What an odd thing to see. Just needs a few lights and a few decorations. So now heading back down to Torside Reservoir, back to the car. This is the actual path that we're taking. Still a little bit unclear and boggy. Been knee deep a couple of times today. I think the boys are doing well. I think Mark's had his ankle in a little bit, but yeah, it's been me, and I've got my shorts on, so yeah, I've got mud absolutely everywhere. But yeah, so far it's been a good hike. It's Lee's first time with us today, so he's going well. He's doing pretty well. He's got some new boots. First time, so he's bedding them in, so they're hurting his ankle a little bit. But the other guys are just in front, so I'm going to catch them up. So, just scramble straight down that. Pretty tough, slippy, as you can see it's raining. And now, obviously got a little bit more to get down to ground level. But yeah, look at that. What a challenge. Go on, Lee. Scrambling straight down there.
Saved him! Get on the hill! Yeah.
Pretty incredible views. It's Torside Reservoir there. We're heading up and over the brow of that hill, back into the car park. So, let's go. Wow, absolutely blowing. So that section of the walk coming down Torside Clough, which is a little bit of a scramble down the other side of a waterfall. It's obviously, as you can see, it's raining. It's pretty rocky, and path I don't think really is well walked, so there's a lot of scrambling over rocks. Definitely got to have good footwear for that. Did fall a few times, actually from a bit of a height. I'll include that video so you can see, but luckily Lee was at the bottom to save me from falling flat on my backside, and yeah, I'd have probably been battered and bruised. So yeah, it's quite exciting walking down that sort of way, and as I sort of said earlier in the video, last week we actually did this route, but the reason why we're doing it again is because one, it's obviously Remembrance Sunday, and we thought it would be nice to get up to the B29 crash site for 11 a.m, which was you know, really good. The other, gotta watch where I'm going or I'm going to slip over. Yeah, the other reason was we took a wrong route last time, and took the path basically that sort of went straight ahead rather than down the sort of gully, down the waterfall, and so yeah, this time we managed to get onto the right track, but yeah, it was pretty insane with all that scramble, and obviously trying to contend with slippy rocks and rain. So unfortunately I didn't manage to get much filming done on that section. Too worried about, you know, looking at where I was putting my feet and trying to maintain my balance. So yeah, and I suppose the other reason for the video, which I didn't actually say in this video, is when I was putting the last week's video together, I actually made a big mistake and deleted quite a few of the videos out of before I'd actually uploaded it to YouTube, which meant I'd lost all the footage. I only had any remaining photos that I'd taken. So yeah, that was a bit of a heartbreaker last week. 'Cause I thought I had generally a good video, and obviously to put all that work in, the editing, a couple of hours, it's pretty good. Views, absolutely stunning. Love all the colours, all the trees. Not much green left now. Getting well into autumn. Some people out there, and then you can see if I zoom in out on the boats. There's a little boat in sort of place down there that does all sort of kayaking and boating and stuff like that out in the reservoir, and we're just parked just literally a little bit behind it, so that's where we're heading. So we are now just approaching the car park. So yeah, it's been a really tough walk today. It's challenging especially down Torside Clough. I think that's the toughest part I've ever experienced on a hike so far. I think, you know, definitely contributed with the weather conditions. Yeah, but if you're into that kind of thing, bit of scrambling, definitely recommend getting up from Torside Reservoir and doing the Bleaklow circular. Sort this gate out. But as always, thank you all so much for watching. More videos to come. We're gonna definitely do some wild camping videos soon. But yeah, to help our channel grow, please do like and subscribe. Obviously, the more subscribers we get, you know, the more people get to you know, watch our videos. So yeah, for now, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.